UndergroundHipHopBlog.com exclusive.
This is UndergroundHipHopBlog.com. We have an exclusive interview with Speach Impediments. That's right. You know, we got him in the house, Costa, Mesa, California, at the Tiki Bar. We got MCs and a DJ.
Yo, what up? This is Drew ID, a.k.a. Druid, Speech Impediments crew, Aces High, Drew ID solo shit. You know what I'm saying? We all individuals here, collaborating, best friends. We from Orange County. I'm from originally Placentia, California. I met all these fools just through music, hip-hop, you know what I'm saying, skateboarding. We were friends, best friends, you know what I'm saying? And then we just like, hip-hop was something we all had in common, and that's how we all came together, put a couple albums out, and 10 years later, almost 10 years on our decade, you know what I'm saying? About to drop the sophomore album, Cobwebs. We at the listening party, Tiki Bar. It's about to go on. We're about to perform and drop this shit. What you got to say, DJ Zoe?
What's good, man? I'm DJ Zoe. Speech Impediments, Project Blow crew. We do it all, dude, man. Meeting these guys was always, I've known him.
I still don't know how you became part of the crew.
Me neither. But, you know, I ended up making my way. They call me Zoe for a reason. It's short for Weasel. So I made my way in. And, yeah, Brea right here. Yeah. But, you know, meeting these guys, it came all through skateboarding with Roger. You know, me and him back were sponsored by DVS at one point, right? Yeah, you were on the DVS squad. But we did all that kind of weird shit when we were younger. But I always had turntables, and I was always that kid that, like, came out and vibed out with, you know, my homeboys. And it went from me just hanging out in the crowd to just being on stage, I guess. You know, it's fun shit, though, man. You know, being able to come out and live off of my music and have people appreciate it worldwide is just like, I never expected it to be at that level, you know. Never expected that, you know. I got to pass the mic, dude. I feel all awkward.
What up? I go by the name Syntax Vernac. We're actually, starting it was, we were actually recording some shit in a studio in Anaheim, like something like 12 years ago, and Druid came in, and we got into like freestyle sessions and stuff, recording and all that. And that's how we met up as MCs. And then as the DJ, Zoe, I think we threw a show for him once. He was a fan, and we threw a show for him once in LA at the Knitting Factory, and we had let him DJ with us. And then no joke, ever since that show, dude would just show up with DJ gear at every show, and it's like, we never even put him on, but like he just fucking, it's like you wake up one day and dude's in your bed, dude. And then he never left.
That's what's up. Now, as a group, it's pretty rare nowadays where there's MCs and a DJ. You know, people form groups. Yo, I'm from this group, I'm from that group. Where the fuck is the DJ? How important is it to, you know, mix a DJ with the rhymes and the beats? Because, you know, a lot of people are missing out on that.
You know what? Ever since day one, our very first show, we've always had a DJ. That's something that we've never forgot about, the element of hip-hop. And we've gone through a couple DJs, you know what I'm saying, that were friends, and then it just didn't work out. So having a live DJ, especially DJ Zoe, you know what I'm saying, someone that's like, that just kills it, that you don't even have to question once or twice, like, it's just a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just adds a new element. The fans love it. We love it. It just sounds good on the album. He's on, you know, we got mad cuts on the new album. Just ridiculous, killing shit. So what do you got to say about being a DJ? DJ Zoe? You know what I'm saying? Like, in a group.
Being in a group, no, it's way different. It's way different because, you know, it's not just, you know, me being up there spinning a record and throwing a scratch here and there, you know. It's gotten to the point where these guys don't even know. I'll just start flipping shit. I'll start just, you know, juggling and doing all this awkward stuff. But it still comes in time and it goes through that stuff. But it gives a live aspect to the hip hop, you know. And, you know, there wouldn't be hip hop if there weren't for, you know, the DJ. You know, it all created that like that, you know. And, you know, and yeah, no, definitely respect to all you DJs out there.
Yep.
Every single one of you.
Ones and twos, keep that shit alive, man.
Excuse me. But back to what I was talking about. No.
For the fans.
Sorry about that. But you know, yeah, no. But being the DJ is the backbone of hip hop, basically. You know.
And the crew.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be rocking live with that. You know, when you want to be real hip hop, you know, you got your guys out there with the CDJs. That's still that, you know, you're still being a DJ. You got you guys out there pressing buttons. You know, it's still being a DJ. Now it's 2012. It's adapted to crazy things. But when people rock a hip hop show and they just press play, it doesn't have that flavor of having, you know, a live, you know, turntable list, you know? And, you know, that's my point of view, you know, on it.
It's having a live DJ as part of the group. Number one is important to us. Like Drew was saying, we never forgot that. But what it really does come down to is a hip hop performance. I mean, we all know, anyone who's into hip hop knows that hip hop is, you know, the elements, and we don't feel like we'd be representing the culture in a strong enough way had we not been representing more than one element. I mean, oftentimes you'll see us bring up b-boys. We're obviously the MCs. We got the DJ. Sometimes we'll even have, shout outs to California on the b-boys. They roll with us a lot. Sometimes we even have graph artists come out. When there's outdoor areas like this at venues, we'll have graph artists do their thing. I mean, beatboxers. We used to always have the improvise and them come up, Richie beatbox, and come up and do. I mean, we're just a hip-hop group, and what it really comes down to is it's the whole thing, everything that encompasses hip-hop. We help represent that, and if we're in a position that we can help bring some of that stuff into the light, that's what we're going to do. And we feel like a DJ should be like a permanent stronghold in the performance aspect, and that's why we have that.
What's your guys' motivation as a group? What lit the fire under your guys' asses to actually commit to a group instead of going solo individually?
Well, I know we all met at a time when groups were big. You know what I'm saying? We were growing up being the biggest fans. Like, my first show was a Living Legends show. You know, then it was Ugly Duckling, and then it was Visionaries, and then it was Hieroglyphics. Obviously, you always had Wu-Tang, so it's like J5 was, you know, everybody, Project Blow, everybody was like big. Groups were big when we were all meeting and making music, and so it's like we realized that strength is in numbers, you know what I'm saying? And so it's, you know, it's a one thing to hold it down as a solo artist, but to have a group, it's definitely something new, you know what I'm saying?
Being a part of a group is probably like the illest thing that I can ever say I've even been a part. You know, it's I know we grew up watching, you know, there's those solo MCs that you see, you know, that have made it all right, you know. But like you go down to the real crews like Wu-Tang and fuck, you know, you know, and they're still holding it down. Yeah. It's just a family. It literally feels like a family. Yeah. And when you have the family aspect into it, it's just it can grow so many it just keeps going because you have everyone's ideas come into one, you know, he might come up with something and maybe go, oh, okay, maybe that's not cool, but what if we add this and get somebody else's perspective on it, and then it just grows into like the music that you're hearing coming from us right now, you know. It's just, you know, being a group is the best thing, I think, you know.
I think for me the strongest thing about being in a group, especially part of Speech Impediments, is that each member in their own respective craft can stand alone. It's the fact that we choose not to. You know what I mean? It's not so much, you know, that we can't do solo shit, because we do solo shit as well on the side, but it's that constant collaboration. It's that collaborating with dudes that you know will come correct. It's like being on a team. It's like if I do a pump fake, I know Drew's gonna be over here to get my back, or if I you know what I'm saying? Like it's like we do it like sports. You know what I'm saying? If I got this side, I know Drew's got that side, and Zol's always got the back on lock. So it's a team thing. I mean, it's like we treat hip hop like a team sport. This ain't tennis. It's just fucking basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like we're and I love tennis too. But I mean, fuck, this ain't even about that. It's just like it's always good to have the dude to pat you on the back, to slap the high five, or to slap you in the face and check you when you're being out of line. It's like we need that constant feedback to help our maturity as a group. You know what I mean? And better us as individuals.
Now, for the member that's not here, let's go ahead and get a little bit of background about him.
Shout outs to DZ, the MC, producer. You know what I'm saying? Me and him go back. We actually came up with Speech Impediments. It was originally me and him, and then it just grew from there. As far as like who the members were in the group, you know, a bunch of changes happened over we're almost approaching 10 years, so we've been through a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We've been ups and downs, but shout out to DZ. He's one of the illest producers, rhymers I know. He's got mixtapes. He's very present, and he's going to be back up in the team. He's just handling his, you know, CO to OC.
For the fans that don't know who you guys are, as a group, as a collective, what's the message that you guys want to deliver to these guys?
I think the main thing that speech impediments represents is just individuality, regardless of the outsiders looking in. You know, speech impediments. Our initial mantra was, you know, hip hop is all one big speech impediment. We speak a different language, so to outsiders, they may not understand what we're doing, but the people that are in the core of hip hop, we're speaking to them, for them, from them. We are a product of them, and we're giving back to them. It's like a big recycling situation with speech impediments. So when DZ's not here with us, he's in Colorado, it's cool, we're holding it down, you know, because when he comes back, it's like he walks into an open door. His family, he's still got his bedroom at the house, you know. It's like we represent, like, you can leave home for as long as you want. You know what I'm saying? And we still got you. It's like we got you tattooed on our arm type shit, you know, like, but speech impediments as a whole represents just the individual aspect. Like, you can still be collectively strong with people that are strong as individuals as well. You don't have to bump heads all the time. You can still be cool and still be peaceful and collaborate with other artists that are equally as good without it having to be on some conflict shit. And I think we represent that.
Where can we find speech impediment music?
You can actually find our music on iTunes. You know, just Google Speech Impediments or look it up on iTunes. Speech with an EA, SPEACH. All right, Speech Impediments. You can find it on speachimpediments.com, Facebook. We're on SoundCloud. We're on YouTube. We got a music video for Turn It Up, which is the first single off the new album. Cobwebs is dropping. We're actually doing a listening party. We're about to go up on stage right now. Speachimpediments.com, Syntax Vernac. We're on Reverb Nation. Check us out on undergroundhiphopblog.com. You know, that's where the real hip-hop news, and that's how you stay informed on Orange County, California, worldwide hip-hop, the shit that really matters. Check it out. We're about to bless the stage, bless the mic, and play the music for these motherfuckers right now. Excuse my language. Speech impediments is for the kids.
Speech with an EA.
UndergroundHipHopBlog.com exclusive.